What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about getting back into doing the YouTube thing, and we're going to be taking a look at two Queen Charge Lalos from our most recent playoff war against Valar Morghulis. I've never been able to say that right, but I'm a huge Game of Thrones guy, so stay tuned. We're going to get into the replays. Alright guys, so as you can see, we pulled out a big victory here. I want to say this was the quarterfinals, maybe the semi. Yeah, I think quarterfinals, second round playoffs, I believe. Um, but yeah, great war right here. VM versus War Whales, very old school. As you can see, we did get the perfect, and we actually swagged 3 hits. Nick, I want to say, used his last one. So yeah, we got 23 stars out of possible 20. Used 38 attacks. They came very close. This was a very close war. As you can see, the percentage destruction is very close. So we got 98.80 to 100. So GG to those guys. They had a really strong season. They actually handed us one. I think they were our only loss, maybe one more. So they beat us earlier. We got some revenge on them. So very nicely done to them. Hope to see them back next season. All right, so let's get into the war. Just before we get into the attacks, like I said, I'm going to be showing you guys some Queen Charge LALO. Going to do some base breakdown. But before we do that, just kind of break down what I'm doing with the YouTube channel. So prior to taking my break, I was streaming and doing like a lot of 5v5s and stuff. And it was all like craziness, right? Um, I'm not going to be going overkill like that this time around. I'm going to be just focusing on the YouTube portion. Streaming, you know, it's cool and all, but unless you're like Carbon or someone, you're only going to get like fucking like 20, 30 people watching your stream. It's not really worth it. And I just don't play as much as I used to. So, small side note, I was playing like really heavily when I got back from overseas and was like really into it and stuff. And I'm just not really doing that anymore. I used to be a member of WHF and War Whales. I'm still in War Whales, still doing, you know, the clan leader thing over there, but taking a step back and doing more of a managerial role, and now getting back into the YouTube thing. So the guys over in Wales have been absolutely crushing it without me playing. So it's not like they need me there. But yeah, so you can expect to see videos here. It might not be every day. I'll try to keep it daily, but like I said, you know, me and my wife got 4 kids going on. We got COVID going on. I got work, got school, gymnastics, and Ninja Warrior, and all this crazy stuff going on at the house. So bear with me. I'm not like a full-time YouTuber. I do have a full-time gig. And yeah, so we're just going to keep bringing it to you guys as I can. And I hope you guys enjoy it. But we're going to just get into the attacks right now because it feels like super awkward. All right, so win in Rome. This is actually Alex. This is Alex17, one of our co-leaders. And he absolutely smoked this base, right? So he hit this base on one account. Didn't work out because he missed. Well, he didn't miss his queen ability. His queen died under ability. So we just reran the same plan, made sure he didn't miss his queen ability. But as you can see, Queen Charge LALO is taking a little bit of a change from what it used to be. So we're bringing the 5 rage TDH here. 2 freeze, 1 poison, 5 rages, 20 minions, and 24 loons. So double wall break as well. So you're going to kind of see why he chooses to go so heavy with the minions and why this is a good TDH base. And I'll basically break it down. His queen charge is going to be so heavy that it's going to rely on having a lot of cleanup. And it's going to absolutely smash this base. So let's go ahead and get to the replay. First things that you want to notice on a base like this. Let me see if I remember all the buttons. All right, cool. So the first thing you want to see on a base like this is where is the clan castle, right? So clan castle is right over here at the 9 o'clock corner. You can see the range of this CC is within range of all these defenses here. Okay, and the reason why that's important is because if you're not going to charge from that side of the base, you have to deal with the CC at some point, especially on a fresh hit, right? So CC pops out in the middle of your LALO, and it's like a bunch of, I don't know, like a dragon or something like that. It's going to ruin your LALO. So you have to deal with the CC. So one way to do it, especially if you're doing a LALO, you can just pull it with, you know, 2 or 3 loons on one of these defenses. Get the CC pull, and then you can start your queen charge. Now we're going to talk about the queen charge, why he chose to charge where he did. So Alex is going to want to bring his queen in from the 3 o'clock side and bust her in here. Now, obviously, this air defense being that it is walkable from the outside of the base, which is a huge mistake. You don't really ever want to have your air defenses or anything walkable from the outside. He's going to be able to just kind of take his queen on a stroll, and I'm going to highlight like the defensive ring that he's going to be taking. And this scatter shot is also walkable from the outside, but he's going to take that opportunity to wall break in right here, right? Reason why he's going to do this is because you can see, I mean, you got the eagle, you got a scatter shot, you got the queen, you got the warden, both sweepers, inferno in the core, another sweeper, wizard tower, all this good stuff, right? And he can also clear this top side out. So realistically, what he's looking at doing is clearing this whole entire core. He's going to also wall break into here and get all of this down. So let's just kind of take a look at what he's planning on getting. It doesn't work exactly how he planned it to do, but then you could see he's got like a really straight shot of a LALO here, and there's only 1, 2, 3 splash defenses remaining in the base other than the town hall itself. So he's bringing the battle blimp for the town hall. He's got a couple headhunters he's going to be using in order to get his troops through or get his queen through these heroes. As you can see, he's got like a really rough core here, right, with the queen. This is why he lost his queen on the first charge, right? So charges into a bunch of heroes, the inferno, the scatter shot, pops the ability, warden snipes his queen off, queen goes bye-bye. So first plan would have worked 100%. It's literally the exact same plan, so we're not going to show the fail. Only thing that stopped it from working was the queen dying under ability, which, you know, kind of your fault, kind of not your fault thing. So yeah, so what makes this base a good queen charge LALO base? Well, let's take a look at the town hall compartment, because arguably that's the most important part and most risky part. But we have 2 ground expos here, and you have these corner air defenses, right? So air defenses, no matter what Woody says on the World Championship casters, air defenses are not the determining factor of whether a base is good for a LALO, right? However, it does help having air defenses on 4 corners because it gives you anchor points for the 1 or 2 hounds that you are going to be using. So he is obviously using a lava hound, and there's, I believe, a lava hound in the blimp with the sneaky gobs, and you know you can use that because this town hall is touching these walls, right? So if I was sending in a blimp from this direction, I would have to worry about the goblins hitting the small bombs. But because he's going to be blimping in like this, he doesn't have to worry about the small bombs because the wall is touching. So he's safe. Likely going to be 5 sneaky gobs and a hound, which will fly that hound this direction. And it's going to soak up any traps. It's going to do the whole, you know, lava hound thing, pop probably immediately, while the LALO is coming through this direction. Now, the Royal Champ deployment, very flexible on this, right? So he's planning on taking down that Inferno compartment at 6, and he's planning on taking down the entire core. So the RC deployment, you're going to see it during the attack. It's very smart, very good use of the RC itself. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into the attack. All right, so here comes the CC pull. Like I said, finds a Tesla, couple loons, gets down that cannon. Not important for the LALO, but important for the CC pull. Now you're going to see these 2 headhunters. They're going to kind of take a stroll across the base. And like I said, his queen's just going to kind of do his thing. So he floats a Coco Loon out there, gets that poison down nice and early. Headhunter's going to be slowed up. They're not going to do any damage to his queen. Queen's just going to do her thing, right? Too easy. Now he's going to start walking into the enemy Barbarian King. So he throws in a Headhunter. Very good usage of the Headhunter there. Barbarian King can absolutely smash your queen. So to save her from using a rage, he throws in the Headhunter with the queen. Now the Headhunter is going to go in there and die, obviously. Using a couple more balloons just to pick off that free archer tower. And then here comes the important part. So he's going to do the wall break here. Let's go ahead and pause it. And he's going to do the wall break here. Now, since you're using a queen charge LALO, the king is generally used as a funnel troop. However, he can kind of get dual purposes out of the king here because he knows that if he hits the ability and possibly uses a freeze if needed, the queen is just going to do like a suicide dive in for this Inferno, which takes the pressure of this Inferno off of his queen. Might even get the RC kill off of that ability, and then his queen can go ahead and just loop into here because the king has done the funneling down here at the 6 o'clock side. So Very good, effective use of the king. And then notice this Valkyrie. Valkyrie is a great funneling troop, especially when you can kind of take the pressure off of her. She's obviously going to die here, but the job was done here in order to get the king to wrap through. So very effective use of troop space there. You know, a lot of people kind of throw a baby dragon at everything, but 2 troop space is an extra minion, and as you can see, he's bringing 20 minions. So well done to him there. Those loons up top do indeed get that archer tower. Almost get the cannon, but that warden platform and that scatter shot gonna kind of take it. Now this is the point where the raid got kind of hairy for him last time. As you can see, his queen steps into the enemy queen, goes to the eagle. King does indeed get the inferno and almost gets the enemy RC. Finds a Sam, kind of unfortunate. And then here comes the next rage and freeze. And boom, you can see it right there, that warden clipping the queen. So he manually pops the ability, but you can see that scatter shot in that warden. That's a very dangerous area for his queen. So now let's look at the RC pathing here. So queen is doing her thing in here. She's going to continue to walk this way, right? She's picked her side regardless of whether or not that was the right side. You know, queen AI in this game is just ridiculous. But noticing that this is the only real danger to his royal champ left in the base as far as instant killing, he's going to go ahead and start trimming pathing here with his RC. And he's going to get funnel troops down. And you can see he's pretty much cut the base into a straight line going this way. Now, RC ability changed this way and takes out the sweeper, which was pointed towards 12. So he doesn't have to worry about that. And then his LALO can pretty much push straight through the base. And Queen is going to be wrapping up some business down here. He still has 3 rage spells left, guys. So it's not like he is worried about his Queen dying anytime soon. So very effective use of the RC here. Queen's still rocking and rolling. Oh, he LALOs from the other direction. Sorry, the replay. He came from the other side. I assumed he did the same thing. Not a big deal, though. Same principle. He's still coming directly across the base. He's going to go ahead and pop this Warden ability. And I believe... Okay, so he's using the Yetis because of the small bomb. So he uses the Yetis and the Rage. And you can see the base is kind of just crumbling. He's got 2 Rage spells left. Got a freeze in the bag. Still 4 loons in the bag. So same principle. Just can't, instead of waiting for that sweeper to go down, he just decided to come straight from the town hall. Does indeed pull the CC. So the queen is beating a wall to get through that. But the hound is stuck on those Yetis. And boom, all those minions go down. Gets the troops down here. And he's actually not going to be worried about time or anything because he brought so many minions. So very effective use of the troops here. Keeping a loon in the bag just for safety. Loons are amazing cleanup troops when used correctly. And that's it. Swags of Rage. GG Alex. If anyone doesn't know, Alex is actually running his own YouTube channel. So I'll make sure I try to link that. I'll have to find a link for it, to be honest. I'm kind of off my game right now. But I'll find a link for that. I'll post it, you guys. He's doing a lot of good work over there. So make sure you check him out. Subscribe to his channel. Drop him some love. He was kind of covering down for me while I was AWOL. All right. So, all right. First replay out of the way. Sorry for telling y'all he LALO'd from a different direction. Like I said, he hit it twice. I watched both. Got him confused. All right. So Swizz here is going to be doing an outrageous queen charge. This was probably one of the better queen charges I've seen in a long time. Swizz, this was a cleanup hit, I believe. It was either cleanup or fresh. I can't remember. But Swizz comes through here, and he absolutely dominates this base. Beautiful queen charge LALO. 3 wall breakers, 13 minions. Again, when you're doing a hefty queen charge, you always have to bring a little bit more cleanup. So those extra 3 minions just kind of helping him push through the base. And again, really heavy on the rage spells. So 3 freezes, 4 rages. Not as heavy as Alex went. He's kind of relying on the double poison because I think, yeah, this was fresh because he didn't know it was in the CC. So when we were discussing the plan, we decided to go with the double poison. And the double poison is obviously because he's doing a queen charge and a super minion in the CC has been a thing. So let's check out how he did it. Kind of walk you through it as we go. I don't want the video to be outrageously long. So a nice Coco loon, pulls that Sam, has to use another loon. And he's going to battle blimp and poison immediately on the CC. So as you can see, the Yetis and the super minions are going to get down the CC and keep those super minions inside that poison for as long as possible. The reason why that is important is because the long shot from the super minions does wear out. That long shot from the super minions is what murders your archer queen. So by having them utilize the long shot on the Yetis, you're not getting that negative effect on your queen. So very smart deployment there. Getting that poison down, keeping them in that poison for long enough. And I believe the headhunters died while inside of that poison as well. So he doesn't have to worry about any of that. So you're going to see he's going to have a free poison to kind of do with what he will, because these minions are about to die inside this poison. All right, so he starts his queen charge off here. Now let's talk about why, or like what is he seeing by starting off here? First of all, he waits a very long time to drop his healers, kind of gave me a heart attack. But unlike the previous base, this air defense is not walkable, and this scatter shot is not walkable from any point in the space, right? So he has to get into this L-shaped compartment in order to get to this wall break, or to the scatter shot, right? Scatter shot, RC. You start looking over here at this scatter shot further on, but the important bit is getting him into this channel. So he essentially needs to make sure his queen doesn't go any further than this elixir storage, which he's going to funnel all this off with his king, because like I said, king on a queen charge LALO, generally used as a funnel troop. So he's going to be wrapping his queen, and think of it like trying to charge, especially with these open wall segments. You have to kind of picture them as like lanes going, like where you have to kind of really force your queen into that tight hole, almost like you're cutting someone off in traffic. So he's going to be doing that with his king, and this is where the 3 wall breaks come in. So wall break number 1, I believe this is actually cleanup, because there's actually a spring trap right here. He's going to utilize that spring trap in order to bust open this wall segment, which is going to be wall break number 1. Busting open the open wall segment seems counterproductive, but it makes it much easier for your queen to path on the inside of the base, right? So I'll do a video on that, because it's a really tricky thing to do. But anyway, he's going to break his queen into here, and then break, I believe, this wall segment or this wall segment open. Anyway, he opens up this long compartment. Now, why does he open up that long compartment? Well, from this compartment, you can see he can reach all these key defenses. This is not a key defense, obviously, but we're talking about key defenses for the purpose of pathing. So this air defense is kind of covering this direction, and he doesn't really want his queen to go deeper inside, because all that's going to do is get him into this single inferno tower. Queen will die while she's beating a wall or trying to get to this expo and air defense. So like, that's not where he wants his queen, right? He wants his queen to get the value, but he wants her to carry on heading this way. So he's going to wall break here, get his queen to go in here, get this air defense, which is key for his queen charge, and the queen is going to wrap back inside this way. And because she's already cleared off these defenses, she's going to continue forward into this multi, into this archer queen. Then you got scatter shot, the eagle, insane queen charge, and as you can see, he's bringing 2 headhunters to support his queen charge, so that he's going to send those bad boys in, or bad girls in around here. And you're going to see, even though the headhunters don't kill the heroes, he is going to get a couple shots off on the queen, which is going to slow the enemy queen down, which makes it so his queen can kill the enemy queen. And by the time he gets done with his queen charge, guys, I'm telling you, you're going to be like, where did the base go? So Swizz has been killing it with queen charge LALO. And I understand why he dropped his healers late, because you can see the range on this air defense. He was trying to give it as long as he possibly could. Probably using something like a giant in front of the queen would have been able to buy him more time and get him to where he could drop his healers this way, kind of keep him out of this range, because he is going to run into an issue with that air defense. There you go. You can see it. It's already picking up. So he goes ahead and burns a freeze. Nothing wrong with that. Use that freeze if you got it. Nice freeze, actually. Gets a scatter shot, gets the RC, and the air defense. So I think he ends up only losing 1 healer. And here comes... Now, very, very patient here. You can kind of see... tempting to wall break here, right? Very tempting, but he's patient. He's waiting on these defenses to go down so that when he sends in this wall breaker, it targets the wall he wants. Now you can see she's clearing all this so that the next closest building with the wall open would be this storage, which leads him in here. And again, you can kind of see what he's doing now. His Barbarian King, absolute champ, goes directly in for the scatter shot. Queen doesn't even have to worry about it. And you can see as everything on this side of the base starts getting taken out, he's doing the same thing Alex was doing, and he's creating a straight line path through the base. So again, really nasty queen charge here, and still has 2 rages left and 2 freezes and the RC. So there goes that wall break, godly wall break, and here comes those headhunters. So you see the queen is beating the wall to get there. She stops what she's doing because obviously the skellies make her retarget, and now she's going to take a trip. Now here's the king beating on the wall with the RC tanking behind. Swizz was just playing 4D chess here. Like, I don't know what was going on. So RC is going to get the eagle. Queen is getting the enemy queen. Headhunters did their job. Now look at this crazy value. Tesla farm in the core. RC gets the eagle down. And, I mean, without thinking too much about what could stop this from working other than really bad LALO deployment, again, the four corners. So he's got an air defense here and an air defense here. No sweeper to fight. Only 1 splash defense left in the base. So he starts his LALO heavy from the corner on these 2 buildings. Probably would have dropped a couple loons here first just to start trailing in towards this expo so that you can have like this pathing, everything meeting up here. Then the last hound in here, a couple loons here, a couple loons here, a couple loons here kind of thing. But it doesn't actually matter because his queen isn't even close to dying, as you can see. Still has a rage spell, still has 2 free spells, Warden Tome, whole bunch of stuff left. So did kind of come close on time because this was a very hefty charge, but he gets that rage spell down. And the last thing he has to worry about is this multi. So he realizes that the multi is the only defense that's going to cause him any problems. So he LALOs both sides simultaneously, which was an incredible move, right? I didn't know he was going to do that. But you could see why. So he sandwiches the base here. And his queen's going to save the ability and that poison. Swizz, absolute god. We've been seeing a ton of queen charge LALO out of the guys. Hey, I'm all for it. I love queen charge LALO just as much as anybody. So, yeah, finally finds a tornado. So Swizz, absolute monster on that base. So that's it for this video, guys. Again, we are doing MLCW Playoff War tomorrow. Well, today when you see this video. And then we have our CWL War this weekend against Hama, something like that. So that'll be a really good war. Those guys have been perfecting people left and right. And we have actually been on quite a streak ourselves. I think we've perfected the last 5 CWL/MLCW wars. So we are on a perfect streak, and they are as well. As you can see, my account is almost done. I don't have any gems. I don't have gold pass. None of that. Like I said, guys, I'm more into a managerial role now, and just going to be kind of bringing you guys some YouTube content. So I appreciate you guys for stopping by. I know it's been a while. I know I'm not going to get as much attention from my subscribers that I got prior to leaving, and that's okay. We're just going to build up. So me and my wife are tallying up how many days or whatever it takes to get to 1,000 subs. So we're starting off from like 650. So I appreciate you guys stopping by, and hopefully we can hit that milestone together, and then we'll get back into it. I got some vacation days coming up for this holiday break, so I'll be taking a trip to see some family, and then doing what we do best. So yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you want to see. I know the meta's changed. I know the World Championships just happened. I don't know if you guys want my opinion on all that crazy stuff, but yeah, just let me know what you want to see, and I'll get it to you. I know a lot of people are probably going to be looking at the witch attacks and whatnot, so I'll make sure to cover some of that. The super witches are insane. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. See you on the next one. Ghost Rider out.